Hello everyone. So today we are going to work on a system where these AI characters who is doing just working, when it starts raining, they will run and come into this shelter and stay there until the rain is stopped. So reacting to weather events, that's what we are going to do here. So now as you can see, at the moment they are working. Let me speed up the time a little bit. Now you see the sky is getting darker and soon it will start raining. See, now it started raining and these guys will now come into the shelter. By the way, I am the player character, so if I want I can stay. It's not driven by AI, but these AI guys are staying inside the shelter like this until the rain settles down. So if I speed up, the rain will finish in about 1 minute. Yeah, now the rain is over, so they are going back to work. Just sitting in here or doing exercises or moving boxes, whatever the work they have. Okay, so that's what we are going to work on today. So in this video, we implemented a system to extinguish this campfire when it starts raining. So I'm going to use the same system. I have already integrated the same system into our character interaction project, and I'm going to use the same system to make the characters react to weather events. So for example, when the characters are doing the stuff during the day, moving these boxes, doing exercises, just sitting here and chilling, and they sleep in the night. But when it starts raining, they should run into a shelter. So that's the next step I want to implement here. Right. And as you can see here, I have already added weather system and time of day system and rain thunder system, which are directly coming from the open world series, and if you haven't watched them, you can watch them freely in YouTube. So okay, now if I open these weather when we start raining, here we call this toggle rain function in this BP rain thunder blueprint. Here I have this notify rain listeners function. So it notify with the true when rain starts and notify with the false when rain ends. So if I go inside this implementation of this function, it's like this: notify rain listeners, and it notify all the actors who implement this weather listener interface, and it call on start rain or on end rain functions as we pass this rain started or ended values. So I'm gonna open these NPC characters, and just like this BPI time of day listener, I have this BPI weather listener, and let's implement it. So class settings, implemented interfaces, BPI weather listener. Right, now after that, here let's implement on train start and on train end. And let's simply add another boolean variable, training, and by default it should be false. I'll set it to true on rain start and set it to false on rain ends. Now we need a shelter. So for shelter, let's just create some simple shelter object like a roof. So this, you can use the detailed nice object, but for the moment I only need something simple. Something like this, and it makes sense to keep the beds inside the shelter. So we can have it in a place like this, or perhaps no. Let me just move it here. And add another cube. I'll do this without the recording. Right, I assigned a material for the roof, and let me select these two objects and create a blueprint. Convert selection to blueprint class. Harvest components using actor. I'll call it BP shelter. Right. Now, if I go to the top view, we can, let me select both this pole and roof, so I can properly position it like this, so it can stay in the middle. Good enough. And I'll duplicate this pole. Right. Duplicate. These two should be longer. Right. Let's go to the side view. Right, that's good enough. So now we have a shelter. So they should be run into this shelter when it starts raining. So to implement this, let me move this in here. Now, so there could be different types of shelters, not just this one. So therefore, the pivot seems wrong. It should be in the flow. So yeah, as I said, there could be different types of shelters. So I'm going to implement an interface to communicate with shelters. Right, now it's correct. So here, I think it would be a good idea to move all the interfaces into single folder. So BP interfaces. Now blueprints, blueprint interface, PPI shelter. Get shelter location. This should return a vector location. Okay, so later on we can add more advanced features like the capacity of a shelter. For example, if it is like a small tent, maybe not more than 2 people can be accommodated. So not more than 2 people can be accommodated. So if we have to have such constraints, we can add additional functions here, but for now this is all I need. So right now in the npc I'll add a function go to shelter, right, a custom event, go to shelter. Right now I run a function get all actors with interface, and I'll select the interface PPI shelter. Now from out of these I'll get maybe a random one, but it would make more sense to get the closest one. But since I only have one shelter, it wouldn't matter anyway. So anyway, if I have to, let's get the length and random integer. Then get. So this will return a random shelter actor. From this I'll get shelter location and call AI move to one is self. AI move to this location. Acceptance radius something like 200 shouldn't be a problem, or maybe even 400 because shelter is a bit large. Right, and after we move there, or perhaps wait, if I fail we can have a delay of, let's say, random float in range 3 to 5 seconds. And if it is still raining, we should attempt again to go to shelter. If we fail, and if we not, we should start doing some work again. So if we succeed, we can just wait. So delay, let's say 5 seconds, and again we need to check this condition. If it is still rains, what we should do is continue to wait. Like this. and if it is not raining, we can resume working. So this, right. Now go to shelter function is complete, but we don't call this anywhere. So working is the main function we have. So here, if it is not the daytime, we go to sleep. Yeah. So here, let's add another condition. By the way, still we are in the prototype stage, so it would be a good idea to convert all this logic into a behavior tree later on. But for now, I just want to prototype the idea, so that's why I keep using just the blueprints. So yeah, branch. If it is raining, if it is not raining, we can just do the work. If it is raining, go to shelter. Right. Time to test. Wait, one more thing. I didn't implement the shelter interface here. PPI shelter. Right. Now here, I'll simply return location of the actor. Right. That should be it. Now they are working. Moving boxes, doing exercises. Already resting. I hope it will not take longer. Yeah. Now the sky is getting darker, so that means it's going to start raining soon. Yeah, it started raining. Now see, they are coming to the shelter. Oh, they stop here because I set 300 as, yeah, this is the reason. I give acceptance radius 400, which is too much. Now I get it. I'll make it 100. So wait, I'm not sure actually. Let's go to the top view, and if I press middle mouse button and drag, you can see the extent. So it's almost 200. Okay, so that means we cannot have more than 200. So I make it 50. No, 75. And then in the shelter, I'll do this. Get random reachable point in radius. Radius is 150. This should work. I'll stay in the shelter. No, doesn't matter where I stay. We have to wait a couple more seconds to start training it. Yeah, you see the sky is getting darker. They are still working hard. Yeah, now they are coming. This time they should stay inside. By the way, this guy is already doing an exercise. He would come right after finishing it. Yeah. Okay. And how long it rains? I don't remember. Oh, 60 seconds. So we got 20 more seconds to go. All right. Okay, stop raining. Yeah. And back to work. Cool. So the system is working as intended. Okay, you can do some resting. Yeah. They are doing it as usual. Alright. So we can stop this episode right here. And that's it for today. So thanks for watching. As always, project files will be available for the download in Patreon page. Link would be in the description below. And if you like to support my work, you can get the membership of the Patreon club. See you in another episode. Goodbye.